jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
Shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game, A-Side official. No negotiation needed, period. You already know, man. Salute to those who in the building. And much prayers to my guy, Haynes Legacy, the first on deck. What's good with Haynes? Hope, I'm praying for you, brother. Hope you're feeling a little bit better today. You know what I'm saying? And you can push through this and get well, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Hope you get well. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? We talking about prosperity. We talking about moving forward in life. You know what I'm saying? So I hope the best for you, Haynes. Man, appreciate you supporting the channel always, man. Blessings to you and your fam. Shout out to Big Blunts and Boxing in the building. What's good with it, Blunts? Jay, what's good? I see you. Salute to you in the building. Stickum Boys Fishing and Sports in the building. Salute WCS, salute chat. Hit the like button ASAP. Yeah, we got another hot one, man. I didn't do a Hot Grease Chronicles today because I want to switch it up a little bit. It's coming up on the 1 year anniversary, and it's gonna get real hot up in here, like Nelly said. It's gonna get different. I'm just buying my time. You know what I'm saying? The 1 year anniversary of the T-Mobile massacre is on the horizon, y'all. You know what I'm saying? If you go to the store and purchase a small set of binos, you'll see it coming. July 29th, it's going to be on deck. But this live right here is different. We're going to talk about Turki Alalshikh and, his potential interest in Crawford and why, Crawford's performance value is shining through more than what the haters is trying to, dilute it. You know what I'm saying? Put a cloud covering over it. Trying their best so it won't be seen or heard. And they just can't do anything about it. You know what I'm saying? When you're shining, you're shining. You can't be stopped. So all that shit about he don't have nobody to fight and all that. No problem there, Haynes. You already know what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Blessings and prayers to you, man. We gotta get you through this. Real talk. So if y'all don't know, man, I want to first start off with Ryan Garcia's situation first. So it's a female, right? That Ryan Garcia ran into. And you know what they say, that, it's a lot of things that go down in Hollywood. And, I don't want to mention certain people's name, but, Diddy, he had came up recently, but he's only a handful of cats that's been in this situation. A handful. You know what I'm saying? He's only a little bit on what we've been able to see is more and more and more out there. But Ryan Garcia, who's on the eve of stepping in for one of the biggest fights of his career this weekend, it's a female that came out and I'm just gonna call her Jailyne, right? And I believe she released a thread of communication between her and Ryan Garcia. She fine now. I ain't gonna lie, Shawty fine. But you know, in this game, there was a point in time where women was coming together, and it was called the Me Too movement. Like, I had to say to myself, I remember in that movement, I remember, getting into some conversations with women. I say, damn, why didn't the fellas come up with a him too movement? Because every time we go to court for a divorce, you know what I'm saying? We need a him too. We need somebody to stand up for us. Because we can put all this effort into a relationship and it means nothing at the end. Now, I'm not comparing this to Ryan Garcia's situation. All I'm saying is he's at a point right now where obviously he's forgot that women has a lot of power in this universe. Substantial. Especially when it comes to a high profile celebrity taking advantage of this status. So this female, I guess, that Ryan ran into, they was playing around on film, and I know, I guess he was intoxicated. So what we found out, especially talking about the Me Too movement, is that intoxication does not relieve you of culpability. Drugs do not relieve your culpability when it comes to your actions for being on drugs. If you committed a crime while you was on drugs, they wait till you sober up and then your ass will be in court. And they would goddamn find your ass just like you wasn't on drugs at all. You knew what you was doing. No, I didn't. I was high on goddamn fentanyl and meth. You knew what you was doing. Yeah, you knew what you was doing. You still had your eyes open, right? No, my eyes were shut because I was high as hell. She said, I wasn't going to say anything, but I'm probably the only girl that's ever rejected Ryan. All right? And that didn't want to have sex with him, and I didn't even want to kiss him. I was happy to do the interview, and I thought he was cool, but once he was drunk, he was a completely different person. Now, I don't know this chick, nor can I put her in the position of what I've experienced in my life from the United States over to foreign countries. She said, when a female say, I'm probably the only girl that ever rejected Ryan, is on some bullshit. I'm just saying. Because if you're going to reject a man that's a celebrity like Ryan, you ain't going to put it out to the public talking about you're probably the only girl. Because now you're saying that, oh, he's handsome. He is a nice, handsome young man. He is rich. But me, I'm standing out. I'm probably the only girl that's ever rejected him. Emotional damage. I mean, like, why would you even say that? And look, I'm not devaluing or reducing the value of concern here. I'm not doing that. But I've been around the game, man. Ryan is so goofy, he feels like his looks, he can go up there and violate and try to kiss on a female, and she might not be totally like slap the hell out of him and say no means no. Because that was a movement back in the day too. No means no. And it does in some cases. Look, you know, I'm just saying, man, this gets dirty. I'm not going to sugarcoat this shit for y'all, bro. I'm not going to sugarcoat this shit. If you a high profile and you're a pretty boy like Ryan and you got a fine female that you're dealing with that's in your company and you're trying to kiss all on her and she's trying to come off different, there's nothing wrong with that. But for her to sit up here and say, I'm probably the only girl that ever rejected Ryan. How do you know that? Why would you even say some shit like that? What does that have to do with the world? We don't know if you rejected Ryan and that didn't want to have sex with him. Did he ask you for sex? That's a personal matter. When females put this shit out online, fellas, you got to be very, very careful. You've heard the motherfucking lecture before. When females put this shit online, they want others to join in and come to their aid. They want to rally. They want others to protest, other damaged women to protest on their behalf as if Ryan tried to rape her. Believe me. And you think these attorneys won't get involved in this? Hey, how you doing? Please get in contact with me at this number right here. I saw the tweet that you put up. I want to dig a little further in this because if he did act inappropriately, you know you can sue him. You know you can sue him for damages if he acted inappropriate, because that is unacceptable. He never should have put his lips on you, and he never been trying to hug you, even if he was intoxicated. And you know, we can stand to get a lot of money out of this. What do you want to do? Let me know. Call me first thing tomorrow. She goes on to say, I was happy to do the interview and I thought he was cool. But once he was drunk, he was a completely different person. This seems like a woman who wants to rally the troops, y'all. Once again, I am not condoning because I wasn't there. But the video that's out, she was really trying her best to use her hand-to-hand combat to get out of that situation. Even taking a picture with Ryan, right? Even taking a picture with Ryan. Hold on for a second. Let me show you this picture. Ain't What's good, y'all? So I was just showing y'all slide for slide on what this is about. All right. So check this out. Now I'm going to explain it to you. I told you to stop so many times. I literally was wrestling you, and you even dropped me from how much you were forcing me to kiss you. I told you to let things flow, not to force them. I know that, but I generally thought we were playing. This is Garcia, but I apologize. Love you, would never want to feel weird. I'm sorry. He said love you. I don't know why he said love you, but I don't get it. But look at this. I showed you the slides ahead of time so you can get an idea and read. Jailyne calls out Ryan Garcia for making her uncomfortable, y'all. See how she's leaning into the freaking camera? She's taking this selfie. She's leaning over, and she's talking about 8 times the next slide that he's tried, and she's feeling uncomfortable. Jailyne calls out Ryan Garcia for making her uncomfortable. Look how she's leaning over there. That looked like a woman whose cleavage is showing, who's happy to be in the presence of a goofball. Look at this right here. 8th attempt, he got distracted again. 8th attempt, and he's not there alone. Look at the fella in the background. They're up there playing, you know what I'm saying? Shooting the shit. Lollygagging. Horseplay. And she's saying she felt uncomfortable. She's counting the attempts, y'all. 8th attempt, man. Come on, 8th attempt. She's counting the attempts of Ryan Garcia. You know, she's happy to be in his company. He's a millionaire. You know, a pretty boy. She's happy to be there. Look at this. No. This is supposed to be her way of saying no, y'all. By supposedly trying to kick outside into the open air. When his groin area, which women know so well for men, if you're being attacked and you feel uncomfortable, just knee him in the groin. That will bring him to his knees and you'll be able to escape. 9th attempt is the one I ended up posting because it wasn't getting any better than this. So she's trying to say after 9 attempts, that was more. And the only thing I'm going to say to Garcia, you should be more careful, bro. Because these chicks out here trying to run game on you so bad, man. And, you know, I'm not going to feel sorry for you if you get caught up in this game. You know what I'm saying? Because she putting it out there. Look, this she put out here again. I'm probably the only girl that ever rejected Ryan. Just because you reject him and y'all in a freaking building, that doesn't mean anything. You know, if you want to hold out, whoever you may be, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even, matter of fact, I'm going to do it right quick. I'm going to do it right quick. 'Cause you know, I don't like stuff. Hold on for a second now. We're going to find out something right quick now. We're going to find out some information. Meet the social media sensation who went on to become, let me see what she went on to become, the founder and CEO of multiple brands. So this chick has had a serious amount of surgeries, but her net worth is $53.65 million. So she's got her bag. You know, she is a very wealthy entrepreneur. But therefore, you over here playing around with a guy who I'm believing. Let me try to see how old this female is. She's up here. Her net worth is 53-some million. She's up here playing with a little kid. You know, how old are you? You look like you might be in your 30s. She got 14.7 million followers. You know what I'm saying? And she has all these pictures on her Instagram, of course, provocative pictures to get people to, you know, tune in. Like I said, she's a nice looking chick that has surgery. You know what I'm saying? She got it going on for herself. Not my type of chick, but don't get it twisted. If I had the opportunity to spend the night baby. I would. She has some very nice pictures on Instagram. She's definitely living like a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? She's definitely living like a millionaire. But I don't like her and how she went about this situation. And she's the CEO or founder of Jailyne Snatched. You know what I'm saying? A pretty face with a brand that links up with what we got going on with the women today. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Um, Hold on for a second. So she's 26 years of age. So two young, youthful, freaking goofballs playing together, and she's up here trying to ruin a person doing the same shit she's doing. One pretty person to another up here playing around, and she want to post to freaking social media like she was in total, trouble. That's not gonna be a good look if this gets out. Believe me, just stand by. This might not go on the wraps like you think. Because if somebody put this shit out there, you got all these scorned women that's gonna try to. Let me see, Jada Instagram Live, November. So Jailyne, she's a fitness model. Let me see. Is an American model, social media star, and fitness enthusiast who became famous by sharing pictures of her curvaceous body. Yeah, curvaceous body. The surgeon was able to participate in too, and massive derriere. In her Instagram profile, she has more than 13.9 million followers on her Instagram, which has increased since then. She also has 16.5 million fans on TikTok and all this other stuff. She was featured in music videos for songs like this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to get her whole rundown because I don't respect what she's doing. Even though Ron is a goofball, she's been a goofball too for being in his presence, and she's an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? How many rich goofballs do you need goofing off, and then this can turn serious? Ryan up there having fun with somebody who's probably been to several parties with an ass like that. She's gotten, attention from all over, but yet she want to put Ryan Garcia. I don't see any other celebrities that she's put on blast in her lifetime. And she's been fine for a long time, but I haven't seen any other post out there of Jailyne. And she's been attractive for a long time, like she did Ryan Garcia. I'm just not understanding why she did it, because she is a fine female, but it's a lot of fine females in the world. I've seen finer than her in other countries. That's nothing. You know what I'm saying? She got the body, but what makes it ugly is that, what we have going on today is that women will do anything and everything to put you on blast on social media and then draw in attention from these attorneys that are used to putting these cases and getting them adjudicated, and then the person that's the defendant, Ryan Garcia, he will have to settle, and that's millions that he has going in somebody who's already a millionaire. I'm telling you, the hustle never stopped, bro. Anyway, I'm off this shit. That's the only time I'm spending on that goofball. You know what I'm saying? He got shit he need to tend to this weekend, and that's where it's at. For real, that's where I'm at with it. Let's talk about the news, man. As the clock keeps ticking, right? Boxing News 24 said Turki Alalshikh hints interest in Terrence Crawford on social media. Okay, if you didn't see what I posted, this was. Let me get rid of this garbage. Ryan, you better be smarter than that, because no matter how rich these females are, they would get even richer off your own dime, because they think they did enough to say ninth time saying no, and he's trying again. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. That's fucked up. But let me put this up here. This is, something that's really making its rounds in the airwaves, and that is Turki Alalshikh posting Crawford with the belts. And for anyone who saw that, that was the night of the T-Mobile massacre. You know what I'm saying? He had the prime necklace on, you know, two-time undisputed. And the Turki Alalshikh is showing him interest. Once again, aerosexuals, the Turki Alalshikh is showing the pound-for-pound best interest. Not interest like you do a CD, small interest. This is big interest. This is possible Terrence Crawford getting 15, 20 million. Whatever the case may be, I'm just happy that he's able to have another avenue to get to where he needs to be on the back end of his career and to another fight that we want to see as fight fans. Unfortunate for me, I do wonder aimlessly throughout this YTC and look for other information. And there are still individuals out there that's just talking about old shit. Nobody wants to hear the old shit, man. We want to hear about the new, refreshing, the updated information. Turki Alalshikh is showing interest. Y'all was busy talking about how Crawford don't have any other options. Who is he gonna fight? He can't fight nobody. Well, he's definitely gonna fight somebody. If it's freaking Madrimov, if it's Boots, I'm pretty sure him and his team is gonna make it happen. Now, Eddie Hearns has been on record as saying massive, 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 but we haven't seen no freaking offer come up. We haven't seen no offer, man. You know what I'm saying? We haven't seen any offers come up from Eddie Hearns to lock in Boots Ennis, because the sunshine on the donkey's back and made him buck and laugh was when Boots was freaking signed over there with Eddie Hearns, and all this, he making Crawford fight, making Crawford fight, making Crawford fight. But once again, we haven't witnessed, we haven't heard, we haven't seen any documentation come back with an offer for them to fight Crawford. It's not going to be the other way around. Crawford's not looking for Boots Ennis to fight. Money talks, and I'm very, very happy to say that. Like, money talks, bullshit walks. Because it's been a lot of bullshit surrounding Crawford, but with the Turki Alalshikh in the equation, it equals cash dollar value for Terrence Crawford, y'all. Let's go on a reading excursion, okay? Chris Williams is the author. You know how I like Chris Williams. He's a Crawford hater. But I want to see what he said in this freaking article. His Excellency, Turki Alalshikh, posted on social media today a picture of Crawford with one glove emoji and what appears to be a hint of having him fight in one of his cars in Saudi Arabia. Crawford quickly responded with wide-eyed emotion, showing his interest in fighting. Now the question is, who would His Excellency Alalshikh have in mind for the 36-year-old Crawford, and whether they would agree on a price? At least he got his age right this time. It said Crawford's quest for paydays. This is where Chris Williams, he has to stand up, you know what I'm saying, and click his heels together and show you who he is in disguise. Crawford's quest for paydays. If Alalshikh has a fight in mind between Crawford and the talented young phenom Jailyne Boots Ennis, he may be out of luck because Terrence has already said that he brings nothing to the table. See what I'm talking about? And people try to tell me that Chris Williams, he really loves Crawford. He's a Crawford hater, period. He's talking about Ennis. You know what I'm saying? If the fight get made and Alalshikh is the one who wants to make the fight, so be it. I'll watch it. It goes on to say he may be out of luck because Terrence has already said he brings nothing to the table. Some fans read that as code for this guy's way too dangerous for me, and I don't want to lose to him. See what I'm saying? He's a hater. It goes on to say, without Alalshikh offering Crawford loads of money, he's likely to reject that offer. Boots Ennis, 31-0, 28 knockouts, recently signed with Matchroom boxing promoter Eddie Hearn, who has said that he wants to make the fight with Crawford, and he believes he'll beat him. Now, I have to leave you at the intersection with this one because I don't think Eddie Hearn is going to be able to come up with the money to appease Crawford's, you know what I'm saying, his request. The amount of money that he's looking for. It has nothing to do with any type of danger or him, you know what I'm saying, so-called ducking Jailyne Ennis by pricing himself out. I just don't think that when it becomes between Alalshikh and Hearns, that Hearns is going to be able to basically trump that of Alalshikh offer. And Crawford, he's not stupid. He understands where the money is truly at. The money is going to be over there with Alalshikh. I seriously think Eddie is going to be able to pay Ennis what he would want. You know, being he's basically representing Ennis, and pay Crawford what he wants. I don't think it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think he can compete with Alalshikh. It goes on to say, a lot of fans agree. They view Boots Ennis as a younger, stronger, more talented version of Crawford. Who does that? Who? I mean, it takes more than being a switch hitter to say he's a young, talented, more version of Crawford. Because the last time I checked, that's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. I don't have to go through the whole hook. Last time, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to go through the song. A lot of fans agree they view Boots as a younger, stronger, and more talented version of Crawford. Boots is like more entertaining, aggressive, and powerful version of Crawford. Oh, boy, you funny. The 26-year-old Boots is a much more entertaining fighter to watch than Crawford. See how, look, I'm not just rereading this shit, yo. He's repeating, he's inserting. Look, let me go back. Matter of fact, I'm not doing you justice. I'm not doing y'all justice. Let me utilize my amenities via StreamYard to share with you all. You know what I'm saying? Let me share with you all, okay? I'm right here, all right? I'm reading. A lot of fans agree they view Boots Ennis as a younger, stronger, and more talented version of Crawford. Boots is like a more entertaining, aggressive, and powerful version of Crawford. The 26-year-old Boots is a much more entertaining. You see what I'm saying? I'm not just rereading the same shit. Much more entertaining fighter to watch than Crawford. And that's one reason why his popularity is already skyrocketing after just 8 years as a profession. Now, Chris Williams, if you know who I am, probably based off pure, unadulterated, uncut, raw criticism, is that you know damn well you're not being honest. Crawford has all knockouts at the welterweight division. And you're saying a more entertaining, aggressive, and powerful version of Crawford. Ennis did not knock out Corinne last time I checked. I'm not saying he doesn't have any knockouts on his record, but none of these cats are really getting the job done and cleaning up the ring and cleaning out the division like Crawford. So, you know, I want to say what you're writing in here is disappointing, but I didn't expect it to be anything other than this bullshit you got right in front of me. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it moving. He goes on to say, the Crawford hater, Crawford has been in the pro ranks for 16 years, but he's only, O-N-L-Y, y'all, only. Forget everything else he's accomplished. He's only now gained some fame, thanks to Errol Spence Jr. agreeing to fight him last July. So thanks to Errol Spence Jr., who declared that he wanted to be undisputed 147, thanks to him, he was able to make the fight happen. Because Crawford gets no credit when it comes to Chris Williams. None at all, y'all. It goes on to say, and this is Boxing News 24, this is only used for instructional purposes only. Before that, I'm right here. Crawford languished in near obscurity, fighting on cards that attracted little interest from Top Rank. When Crawford left them, he fought little-known David Avanesian before being selected by Spence to be an opponent. Well, let's be honest. He completed his last and final fight with Top Rank. That's something he had to do there, Chris. Right or wrong? Right or wrong? So when he finally completed his last fight, he was waiting for Errol Spence to get out of there with Yadinas Ugas. You forgot one thing. He absolutely attempted to go into negotiations and make the Spence fight there, Chris. I didn't see. I'm trying. Let me get my magnifying glass right quick. He might have put it somewhere in small print. Chris might have changed the font a little bit. Let me check over here with the advertisement on the right-hand side. You know how they get paid a little bit. Okay, I don't see shit over there. Let me look down there where the furniture at. He might have hit it up on one of the tables and chairs. Did I see it? Anybody see it up under there? He might have missed. It might have been a little small font print that I missed. But yeah, he attempted to go in negotiations with Spence, and due to what we know now with PBC, that it was excellent decision making of him to take his business elsewhere temporarily to the footprint and stomping grounds of Omaha, Nebraska, and fight a number 6 ranked David Avanesian, who was a former EBU champion, stopping him in 6 rounds. You forgot that. Then after he did that, he returned back to negotiations in the first semester of 23. And then they was able to walk it out. You left that out. He goes on to say Crawford, 40-0, 31 knockouts. So you trying to tell me 9 opponents was able to end and see the final round? Well, what we know, those opponents are not recent now. You know what I'm saying? Those opponents are not recent. And we just can't say the knockout streak began in 47 when he started to eat steak and bison meat. You know what I'm saying? He was up there eating bear meat, premium deer meat. It just didn't start with him knocking cats out at the welterweight division. It was happening long before then. It said Crawford 40-0, 31 knockouts have made it known that he wants to fight undisputed super middleweight champion Canelo Alvarez. See, Chris, nobody's talking about Canelo Alvarez but you. All you doing is putting in fillers. He hadn't even mentioned Canelo's name again. We're off that shit. Canelo's up here being the biggest. I'm talking about the biggest. Big Bird don't have shit on Canelo. I'm serious. But you up here bringing up old, stale, banal information. He has made it known that he wants to fight undisputed super middleweight champion Canelo Alvarez, but he's not shown the same motivation to fight the welterweight, because there's nothing to gain. He's stuck on Crawford's criticism for not moving the way he wants him to move. And though even Chris is a legitimate platinum member when it comes to being a Crawford hater, he know he's being a hater. It would be a lose-lose fight for Canelo. He's still talking about Canelo. He wouldn't receive credit for beating Crawford. He's mentioned this before in other articles. And if he were to lose, it would be terrible for his career. How? The man is 40-0 with 31 knockouts. Once again, I repeat, when he fought Spence, he had more knockouts than Spence had wins there, Chris. Sometimes you have to address adults by their freaking first name. You have to make it personal. You have to address them on a personal level, but respectful, and say, dude, you're being extremely biased. Your articles are ex parte, especially when it comes to freaking Crawford. Nobody's talking about him and freaking Canelo Alvarez. Let's move on. Even if Canelo struggled to win, look, he's prognosticating a fight that he don't want to see happen. Even if Canelo struggled to win, he'll receive massive criticism and be seen as washed up or never that good. Again, there would be no game for Canelo fighting a Nebraska native unless Alalshikh paid him a ton of money to encourage him to take the fight. To be honest, I don't want to see him fight Canelo no more. Because I don't want to see, after what he said to David Benavidez, I just don't have Canelo in my thought process with a smile to go along with it. You know, he's a Duck Masters Coalition pound for pound. He don't want to fight nobody. You know what I'm saying? He's about to fight Hammy McGill with an $89.99 pay-per-view ticket. Yeah, you heard it. He want us to pay $89.99 for him and Hammy McGill. Hey, if he can get away with it, that's him. He's going to get paid. But anyway, back to the task. Terrence Crawford in this post with the Turk and Terrence emoji saying, shh, telling the haters to shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Telling the haters to shut up. We doing some things behind the scene. We in communication. We trying to make some moves. We trying to give the fight fans what they looking for. And what better person to do it at this point in time is the fighter that they love to hate. They love to hate this man. Seriously, they love to hate him. Let me go to the chat right quick. You know what I'm saying? Because I must address the hottest chat in the game. I don't know if I have any freaking strays over here. I got the report back from the kennel, and they say it's been pretty good policing. They've captured most of them that was trying to infiltrate the grounds. Okay? But I will be reading first before I post. Haynes say, I'm with you on this, big dog. WTS is a trash money grab off top. Absolutely. It's the hustle, man. You know what I'm saying? Rush say, at least Ryan, not black. The consequences of being accused of rape are more worse for African American people for the same reason. I mean, I wouldn't want to addition that to race or anything. I know where you at with it, Rush. I know where you at with it. But, you know, first of all, I haven't did enough research to know if she's actually been involved with any other black celebrities. But, you know, she is rich. She's an entrepreneur. And, you know, she's probably really boring, to be honest, because her whole setup is a fitness enthusiast. To walk around with a small waist that she's had tapered and a big what they call it? I forgot that slang word they said, but you know, she has a nice cushion back there, and she's fully developed. Let me do a little skipping over. Carlos said, W says, salute, hottest chat in the MF and game. Salute to you. Carlos Rosado is in the building. Salute to you. Miguel is on deck. Salute. I see you in the building. Yeah, Miguel, you know what I'm saying? She's sitting up there smiling, taking selfies. Man, you know, I just don't respect these females that do that shit. Always trying to get extra money when they already got money. And then the way they do it is basically trying to cancel somebody out and make them settle with you out of court. You know what I'm saying? That is a freaking hustle. Ryan better his people better get a hold of him and slow him down. Else he's going to be coming off millions to somebody who's already a millionaire. Arnold Brown on deck. I see you. What's good, Arnold? 70 million perverts. Yeah. Shout out to my guy, Mr. Gumbo, a.k.a. Hot Grease in the building. I see you. What's good with it, Gumbo? It's getting close to fight week, man. Like I said before, I am not betting Gumbo. I am defeated. 0-3 betting him. No bets. He's off limits. He's been banned. I told my people if he even try to sneak in with a freaking alter ego and do a bet, make sure they tell me. Yeah, now she a victim. For real, man. Carlos say, yeah, take that money, bud. Yeah, that's all I'm talking about. If Turk want to get involved with Crawford, which I believe he does, I'm happy for him. It further proves that he's moving the way he should. As many of content creators, especially my people, I remember hearing them say so many times when he was at top rank and how they emphasize. Bob Arum said he lost so much money he can buy a house in Beverly Hills. They say Crawford was bad business. He was moving fund. They said that shit 1,000 fucking times. But when he's in the process of potentially making a bag with royalty, Saudi Arabia royalty over there, they talking about old shit. They busy up here talking about stuff he did. Like Chris is over there talking about Canelo. Canelo say he wouldn't want to fight because he has nothing to gain and shit. And Crawford not fighting Ennis. They're not even holding themselves with integrity. Holding themselves accountable with integrity to speak about the potential moves. His prognostication is if he would have fought Canelo and we would have lost, his career would have been over. With one freaking loss, he's about to be 37 years old. He's on his way out the door. Yes, he's trying to get a paycheck, but he's proven time and time again that his legacy is already solidified. Handle your business, King Rod, and stop. Now go ahead and bet that bread on him, man. Go ahead and bet that bread on him, man. Go ahead, man. Carlos Gumbo at Lose Money 84 is the cash up. Might as well just send it now. Okay, Carlos on deck. He greened up. He greened up with Gumbo. They about to make some monetary wagers. You understand? Gumbo, hey Gumbo, what's the highest you want to bet on Garcia? What's the highest you want to bet there, Gumbo? You want to bet like 5? We got to switch it up. You want to bet like 5? Or you want to, bet 2 to 5 on Garcia? You got that much faith in Garcia? Carlos was, I don't talk to my opponent until after the fight. You trying to break my fight mood. So how is he going to break your fight mood? And betting is betting. It has nothing to do with the fighters themselves. You're so far on the outside at distance. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to see or hear any of the jabs and hooks that you're trying to talk about with Carlos for a bet. Seems like somebody's making excuses. But see, if you owe 3, sometimes you got to go all in. I want to go all in. I want to go all in with Gumbo tonight. We playing poker, man. I want to go all in. It's me and you at the table, man. I'm about to goddamn lay him down. Carlos Rosado, you my brother, but I got my lucky rabbit foot. Okay, we still doing rabbit foots. That's some 1955, 60 type shit right there. I thought we was way past that. Israel Madrimov is the op, WCS. Hey, man, if Crawford is able to fight Madrimov for both titles, I'm happy. All I'm looking for is how can he go about this undisputed itinerary the quickest way possible. And starting off with 2 belts would be great. Starting off with 2 belts is great. You know what I'm saying? That will only make them that much more upset. Crawford going in there with Madrimov is a tough fight. You know what I'm saying? And it's a potential entertaining fight. So the people are going to tune in. Real talk. And we don't have to worry about pay-per-view numbers. See, the U.S. is getting back into this pay-per-view talk again. They want to talk about, how many numbers do you think Ryan and Haney going to do? Why you care? Because when you have these fights over in the sandbox, y'all ain't talking about no pay-per-view numbers. But now y'all want to talk about, since it's Devin. Oh, well, how many numbers you think he going to do? You think he going to do this and that and the other? Who cares? Y'all say the fight wasn't selling. Who cares what they do? You said the fight wasn't selling. So who cares what numbers they do? We want to know who win. We want to know who win. Where you at? Gumbo, you answer me yet? Let me see if Gumbo answered me yet. Let's go all in, Gumbo. Don't duck me, son. Let's go all in, man. You making that cake. You building cakes over there. Let's go all in there, Gumbo. Let's make a bet. Let's make a $500 bet there, Gumbo. I need to recoup the 300 that you took from me, and then I need to put 2 on top of that. I need my money back, Gumbo. I paid you on time. You know what I'm saying? With your other 3 lucky bets, you bet it on Wilder's head again. You bet it on Wilder's head. And you bet it on the robot. I got to get that money back. Jailyne is not even a favorite fighter of mine, bro. I bet it that Jailyne would beat the robot, the machine behind him. That was my stupid mistake. Come on, man. Let's go all in, man. Check with your account and do the account balance. I know you got it. You be on the road all the time, man. I know you got it. Let's go all in, Gumbo. All in. Let's go. I'll get back to it. But getting back to the Crawford situation. Once again, I'm excited that we're ticking closer. We're at the 18th right now. So this right here is Thursday, which is nearing the week. You know how information, they love dropping it at the weekend. It's fight week and all that. So some information, finally official information, may come out seeing this freaking thumbnail, by Crawford with Alalshikh. So something may come out this weekend. I'm not going to, tell y'all anything like it's already happened. Like, oh, Crawford fight is signed, sealed, delivered. And then when I start up my live, I'm not even telling you any information about it. See, what I want to continue to do is remind the aerosexuals and the Crawford haters, because not all Crawford haters are aerosexuals. You know what I'm saying? They just don't like him as a whole. But what I want to remind you all is that you talking about old information is not going to stop what's happening in the future. All I'm asking you all to do is just realize that the same attitudes that you have leading up to July 29th, it didn't stop. All the hate, the bigotry. Look at what y'all did. Y'all ran an entire smear campaign on Crawford's name, and it didn't stop that ass whooping. It didn't stop the ass whooping from happening. It didn't stop the ass whooping from happening. It didn't stop that ass whooping from happening. Y'all talked and 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 lied and lied and lied, and it didn't stop that ass whooping, y'all. It didn't stop that ass whooping, boy. It didn't stop it. Won't stop, can't stop. It didn't stop the ass whooping from happening, aerosexuals. You understand me? It didn't stop the ass whooping from happening. No matter what you said, no matter the lies that you spewed, all that together, put it in a cup, it didn't stop anything. And not only that, that wasn't enough for y'all. Y'all went through a period of shock. Y'all didn't want to deal with it. Y'all try to come up with all these fucking lame ass excuses, right? And then you had to deal with the fact of seeing Errol Spence procrastinate for several months instead of going to get eye surgery to basically cowardly abort mission with the rematch. But yet I didn't hear y'all on here holding him accountable. Just goes to show you I'm representing the right fighter. Furthermore, y'all try to say since the rematch was out of commission with Errol Spence, he should automatically, feel and get adjusted to the hands that's in his back. Ugh. Ooh, who's just pushing in my back? Dang, what kind of battery they trying to put in my back now? You know what I'm saying? Now y'all trying to push for him to fight Boots, which we can't do that. We can't do that because when Crawford was on the doorstep of fighting Spence, Y'all was talking about resumes. Now, when it come to Ennis, y'all don't want to mention anything about his resume. How dare me mention that? Y'all don't want to mention anything about this dude's resume. Y'all just want to say because he had a belt. But guess what? Y'all are being absolute pure cowards because Crawford had a belt too. And you say he wasn't ready. He didn't deserve. He didn't qualify to step in the ring with Spence, bro. And that man had a belt that he beat Jeff Horn for. Now, I want to ask you all, why do I have to be y'all goddamn therapist? Let me see, has Gumbo responded yet? Oh, man, Gumbo's just putting emojis up there. He's unwilling to accept the challenge. He took my 300, y'all. He's only betting 2. Anyway, I got to get back to it. You don't even want to accept my challenge. So when Terrence Crawford had the WBO title, y'all was acting like the man wasn't qualified to step in there with Spence, even though he had legitimately beat a champion and Jeff Horn to get the WBO title. But y'all was saying he wasn't qualified, he ain't beat nobody. And one of y'all acknowledges that you continue to wipe the ass of the donkey that was y'all was riding in town with. Hey, they got some jackasses inbound. You see it? Look at it, Errol. You see that dust kicking up? Them jackasses inbound. Get ready. Get your rifles ready. Y'all was riding in. And y'all was up here kicking the same motherfucking anthem. Who has he fought? Who has he fought? That's all you were saying. Who has he fought? The man was knocking him down. And you saying he still wasn't qualified. But now Boots all of a sudden, just because y'all low crawling and y'all got your tails tucked, you want to go over there and say, he signed with his own. Now what? Crawford should fight him. He doesn't have the qualifications. We're never going to let that go. WCS is never going to let that ride. Give Boots Ennis the same criticism you was giving Crawford. Be vocal about it. Don't be quiescent. Don't let the silence overrun you. Be loud, boisterous. I just have this question. Does Boots Ennis' resume supersedes that of what Crawford had heading into the fight with Spence? Does Boots have a better resume than Crawford had prior to him stepping in the ring with Spence? Once again, did Crawford have a better resume than Jailyne Ennis prior to him trying to fight Errol Spence Jr.? Did Jailyne Ennis have a better resume than Terrence Crawford? Does he at this time have a better resume than Terrence Crawford had prior to him stepping in there to fight Errol Spence? And the overwhelming answer would be this. Hell. Oh, hell to the no. No. Oh, hell to the no. And the no. One more again. Hell to the no. No. Hell no. That would be a hell to the no. So if his resume is not better than Terrence Crawford, right at this point in time, prior to Terrence going in there and supposedly beating the best fighter on his resume, Errol Spence, that's what they said. They said that the only fighter that's on Terrence Crawford's resume, that's the only fighter that's gonna get him the best fighter on his resume is Errol Spence. That's it. Forget everybody else that had a title. They say the best fighter on his resume was Errol Spence. So one fighter isn't enough for Terrence Crawford to get into the Hall of Fame. But that's not even my argument right now. I just want to say right now, I want to remind these people that say they have a basic education. We're talking about high school, open campus, GED, basic education. Please help me find this out. Does Jailyne Ennis have the qualifications, reviewing his portfolio, his body of work, his boxing ledger, his box rec, Does he have the qualifications to face Terrence Bud Crawford, who is a two-time undisputed, does he have the qualifications to face a two-time undisputed? Does he have the qualifications to face a Terrence Bud Crawford per his resume? Does Ramon Villa punch Jaron Ennis's ticket? Not just any ticket, the golden ticket, to go straight to the final dance. Does Ramon Villa has enough points to increase Ennis's boxing fight goal high enough to qualify approval to face Terrence Bud Crawford? Does anybody have any answers to that? Does it? Does Ramon Villa, does he provide the points needed for Jaron Ennis to receive an approval letter for Crawford to fight him? I'm talking about just off the boxing ledger. Not that he has an IBF title that he didn't be the champion for. We're talking about his qualifications per the portfolio, per the information provided. If you was filling out an application and you looked at his accomplishments, would you say he qualifies outside of just being a professional boxer? And everything that Chris Williams said, that he's a more aggressive, entertaining, a more powerful. That's the words of Chris Williams now. Does it allow him to be qualified to step in the squared dominion to face the best of this era and one of the best to ever do it? Does he? Does Jaron Ennis has the resume? I'm asking everybody over there in the Philly gym. I'm asking everybody from the Philly gym to the southern regions, to the west regions, to the east, to the west, to the north, to south. Does Jaron Ennis has the qualifications for Crawford? Will you provide Bud Crawford the credentials to attend the award ceremony to receive? If he was become three-time undisputed, are you gonna, will he have the proven credentials to go pick up his award for three-time undisputed, two times in the 147-pound division? If Jaron Ennis was the fighter that he beat to become three-time undisputed, will he get credentials to attend the award ceremony? Would you give him that? I don't think you would. I think the haters, the naysayer, the pundits, the protesters, all these individuals that go to sleep at night with Crawford on their thought process, they be up there grinding their teeth. You know what I'm saying? They wake up, their body sore because they was hitting themselves in their sleep. They busy wishing all these freaking things on them. But when Crawford appear in their dreams, he start goddamn lighting their ass up with their goddamn combinations. And they be up here, you know, hitting their head off the headboard and shit, trying to avoid those punches. And Crawford like, yeah, nigga, you think it's just about daytime, huh? I heard you hating, you know, in the daytime. Now I'm gonna visit you in the dark, nigga. You know, goddamn, work on your defense. Pop, 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 pop. It sound like he goddamn getting some fresh popcorn ready for a movie. Crawford be in their dreams, busting their ass up. Pop, 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 pop. And then he stop and say, show him the picture. Somebody, I don't know who it is. That's what I heard. He show him the goddamn slideshow of freaking Errol Spence and they goddamn sweating, they in a cold sweat and shit. They trying to wake up, but Crawford keep knocking their ass the fuck out. How can you goddamn be asleep while you sleeping? I'm telling you, they're not going to learn, man. That's why WCS got to continue to put it out to them. I got to spread the word. Them peons can't even stop what Turki Alalshikh has going on. Turki Alalshikh is not one way, shape, or form hindered by all this hating that's going on. Crawford's still moving. I remember when Crawford mentioned the hedge fund. And you know that picture came out of him and Warren Buffett. And we all know Warren Buffett is extremely rich. And all the criticism that went into him attempting to get the hedge fund. And he admitted that he glad he didn't take that hedge fund offer because he found out he would have had to pay out a lot of money. And it was money, it was a percentage of money that he had to pay back on top of, you know what I'm saying? When people put their money up there, you know, they're not just doing it with a 0% loan. So, you know, I commend Crawford for trying to do business without a promoter. I commend him for that, because how do you even learn? You're talking about a fighter who will potentially retire and still have fighters up under his promotion. And he's further able to educate his fighters that he's going to have signed based off what he experienced, not what somebody told him, but based off what he experienced. You know what I'm saying? This is what he experienced in 2022. So he knows, say, hey, don't do it this way. Do it this way. Make sure you do this, this, and this. He's went off the experience primarily off the negative side of people, more so the business, because, you know, him not being as popular as he could have been, that was his own doing. He wasn't a talkative guy. He didn't want to be in the media like that. But what we can praise him for is that the reason why the haters was coming to him the way they were, because they felt like the man wasn't really getting paid when he had a high guarantee as a fighter. He had a very high guarantee. They didn't like that too much. They would rather, you know, they wouldn't be satisfied if they said Crawford was making a low guarantee. If Crawford would have been fighting those fights and making 1.2 million, and they said, oh, he don't sell, plus he making 1.2, oh man, he's an idiot. You know what I'm saying? They would have been saying that shit. And I get it. They would have came up with every excuse to say that's why he's not a likable guy. Because he don't want to do complete his media obligations. He making a low guarantee. He's not a pay-per-view fighter. He's just a bum all the way around. But we found out that not to be the case. He was getting high guarantee, and he continued to stack his wins. And nobody was able to defeat the man to this day. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I enjoy and love spreading the gospel, the Omaha gospel, and rubbing in their face all the way up to the 1 year anniversary. The 1 year anniversary where Errol Spencer's not going to be involved in whoever Crawford fights next. That's a disappointment to the Aerosexual, because they don't have a plan to try to get Errol Spence's name back in the media besides him showing up in Vegas. Where y'all at, man? I just saw y'all up here jumping your ass around in the streets riding tricycles and shit. Come on, we back, nigga. We back. Where y'all at? The man came up to Vegas on a free trip, and then they threw a wrench in their plan. You know what I'm saying? They both threw a wrench in their plan. Yeah, Team freaking Zoo might have been calling Spence's name, but how did that work out for him? God is good, ain't he? God and his angels are good, ain't he? And then Fundora, what are they talking? He got a motherfucking a freaking what's that? He has a dictator as a manager. Look, old boy got a dictator. Sampson is a dictator. Crawford won't fit more than 50%. It'll never happen. Never. Over my live body, it'll never happen. He's up there talking like a dictator, y'all. This dude ain't trying to make a fight, you know, it's beneficial to Fundora to make millions, and he get his percentage. He don't want to give Crawford a shot because Crawford will go in there and become Paul Bunyan from Omaha, Nebraska. He's no longer, he's a fighter formerly known as Terrence Crawford. He is now considered Paul MF and Bunyan. And then you'll hear them, hey, let's talk about this fight. Growing up, my pop told me how to chop down a tree, right? And then he said take a little time, but you want to make sure, especially if you have a dwelling close by, that you strike that goddamn base of that tree in correct striking power and the correct angle, and it'll come down the way you want. But I'm going to tell you, in all my years, and Papa tell you in all my years, when he was teaching me how to swing that axe, I never thought I'd see a black man from Omaha, Nebraska, come over here and chop down the tree like Crawford did goddamn Fundora tonight. I ain't never think I'll see a goddamn black man do some axe swinging like that, because I'm into timber sports. And as you know, timber sports, man, we do a lot of crazy shit over there. I ain't never seen no black competitor, too many of them, go down and have that goddamn wood chips a flying. But what I seen from Crawford, he went in there and chopped that goddamn Fundora all the way down to the stump. You get me? He get her done. He chopped Fundora down to the stump. Sampson said he didn't want Crawford nowhere near Fundora, because all they wanted to do is come up with a plan to say the man is injured, and I want him to ride this out all the way to 25. We're going to come back in 2025, and we're going to be still the undisputed, the unified champion in the super welterweight division. Ain't none of y'all can do it. No, it's not going to work out that way. You know, they might as well just put that man in recess and let Crawford step in and do what he got to do. Let me check back over with the chat right quick. You said King Ryan wants to visit the pen to solidify his bad boy image. Yeah, man. You know, he trying to be a bad boy, man. He need the mugshot, dog. But he don't want to go up in that motherfucker trying to violate a woman. You know what I'm saying? That's different. You know what I'm saying? Nah. I mean, I'm not betting 500 on Garcia. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, Gumbo. No, brother. Listen to me. No, this don't have anything to do with Wilder, bro. We're switching up the whole plate. We going with something fresh. The menu is fresh. We're not doing the Wilder and Zhang. No. Stay on the menu. This was supposed to be something different. Haney, Garcia. You all about going against the black man. You know what I'm saying? I want to bet on the black man again. You know, come on, Gumbo, man. You know, you got 3 up on me. You got 3 bills up on me. And all of a sudden, you don't have faith in Ryan Garcia? You rather bet Carlos. But you don't want to go in the pocket and you know, bet somebody who you 3-0 up on? You 3-0 up on me, man. Do I have to goddamn request from the sanctioning body to become your mandatory? I'm already there. God damn. I worked my way back up the rankings, man. Damn, boy. I know, right? What's going on, Ali? Salute to you. What's good? He said we don't forget about the heavy lifting. You're right, man. See, I don't like bringing up the heavy lifting because, you know, Crawford did a lot of heavy lifting too. He went back in the fight camp after negotiation failed while Spence wasn't doing shit except going to an all-you-can-eat smothered buttered crab leg buffet and putting on weight after weight after weight. So much to the point where, you know, he had to be running up Mount Rushmore, you know what I'm saying, on fight week. He was running up Stone Mountain, the side of Stone Mountain in freaking Atlanta, Georgia. You know what I'm saying? He was running up Stone Mountain on fight week to drop weight. while Crawford was doing the heavy lifting in fight camp, set the fight Avanesian, went in, got the win, then turned around in December and pretty much told Spence, I'm ready when you are. I'm ready when you are. Let's go. I'm ready when you are. I'm ready when you are, brother. You know? Blunt said Crawford versus Madrimal August 30th at Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, promoted by Matchroom reportedly. Well, we have to see when that news break. You know what I'm saying? We have to see when that news break. Because, there's a lot of news is already out on what Crawford potential would be. I'm not really feeling no type of way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not feeling no type of way until the news is announced. Because all I want to do is see him take one more step toward getting the 4th division, which is legacy, a title, which is legacy. And then if he's on the warpath to unify the super welterweight division, it's only going to allow us to have another celebration. I was hoping he'd fight before. You know what I'm saying? I hope he was fighting before July. Because August 3rd is close to the celebration. So we might, we might can treat this as a Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras, it extends, days for days for days. Maybe we can treat it like a Mardi Gras. You know what I'm saying? Because we still going to be celebrating the 29th on our way over to whenever his fight is, whenever it's announced. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's before July 29th, on July 29th, or after that. It can't be on July 29th because I remember looking at this before, and July 29th this year is on a Monday. We wouldn't want Bud Crawford to freaking pick up some titles on a Monday, and then everybody be fucked up. All these aerosexuals be fucked up the whole week where they be getting fired from their job again that they just got. Because a lot of these aerosexuals on July 29th, the 30th, I'm not the 30th. I would say probably Tuesday, Wednesday the following week, they was working for a temp service. You know what I'm saying? Because they wasn't emotional stable to go back to their jobs, so they quit. They freaking put in. They called in and said, "Hey, I'm quitting. I'm out. I'm done." What? You was doing so well. What happened? I lost everything. I'm just. I don't want to really bring this. I didn't want to really bring this to your front door, but I lost everything. I bet everything on Errol Spence. Hey, let me down. Just like the Dallas Cowboys. They let me down. I've been in the Errol section for so long, and he just, oh man. You know what I'm saying? These people, they lost it. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence, he didn't come through with these individuals. They was betting the shingles off the roof of their house. You know what I'm saying? They was betting their refrigerators. They was betting crazy shit, man. The ones that really didn't have the money, they was betting faucet handles and just weird shit. You know what I'm saying? Toilets. You know what I'm saying? Money. They was betting to pay people's utilities for a full 2 years if they lost. They was betting cars that they still have a payment on. All this has been documented. They was betting pets. Seriously. I cannot make this up. They was betting mattresses off their beds, not the frame, just the mattress. So imagine what they had to do. They got a blow-up mattress inside the frame of their bed sitting on the floor. They was betting washers and dryers. They was betting anything possible to try to come up off this thing Crawford Spence fight last year, and it just didn't work, y'all. The amount of money that they lost on that night, planning this trip to go over there and be incognito. And they had their smoking bud shirts. Hey, matter of fact, where's though? Has anybody seen in those smoking bud pack shirts? Can I just see one of them, baby? Can you just show it to a brother? I want to see just one of them, smoking bud pack, baby. I know you got one in your possession now. I know you didn't throw it away. You got it hanging up there somewhere in the back or in the bottom of a dang trunk. You know, you probably got it nicely folded in a shoebox. Can I just see a smoking bud pack shirt? Because they brought that shit over to Vegas. They had it nice and pressed. They even went up to each other's room. And everyone was like, I got mine. You got yours? Yeah, I got mine. You got yours? Hey, you got yours? Everybody got yours? Everybody. Oh, okay. So, oh, man, this is going to be an epic, legendary picture, man. When he wins, look, we're gonna say on 3. 1, 2, 3. And you're going to rip your shirt open. It's going to be, you know, the smoking bud pack. He got smoke, y'all. But that shit never came to fruition. But they kept them shirts buttoned up to the top. They got back inside that room, y'all. It was almost like a remake of Superman in the phone booth. They ripped that shirt open. They snatched that motherfucking shirt off. You betrayed me. They was mad as shit, y'all. They said Errol Spence betrayed them, y'all. Them aerosexuals, how dare them believe that they was gonna see, they was gonna be victorious. They're gonna see glory. What did they believe? Who told them that shit? No way, no how, bro. I gotta stop, man. I gotta stop, man. Because I know the aerosexuals are at work right now in the temp service. They're trying their best to get back in the good graces because Errol Spence showed his face. He came in there saying some dumb shit. Now you got to deal with the big dog. I'll chop him down like I always. What the fuck? What, nigga? You just leave happy hour? Well, you at Bacardi Tuesdays or something? 2 for 1s? God damn. Chop him down like what? Nigga, it's still etched in the brains of those who witness it, bro. It just didn't happen the way you're talking about, bro. It didn't happen. A lot of those bombs still didn't pay. August 3rd, that's my birthday. Okay, for sure. But since August 3rd, your birthday, I'm pretty sure people are going to be, come bearing gifts at Gumbo. And the only thing I was trying to do is make a bet because it's on record, that you love placing monetary bets against the black man. So, August 3rd put us closer, to the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? So the good thing about it either is or you ain't. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have more money for the holidays or you're not. I mean, you still sitting on my money. You probably put that shit probably been drawing interest, bro. But I understand, man. I ain't going to force you. I ain't going to sit up here and force you, man. I'm not going to do it, bro. You don't want to give a brother an opportunity to run the fade back. You know what I'm saying? You're just going to sit on, let my money build interest. I get it, bro. I'm going to be honest. One black man to another. That's a bit selfish of you, bro. I'm feeling some type of way, goddammit. I'm feeling emotional damage. Emotional damage. That's what I'm feeling right now, there, Gumbo. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what they say about black people all the time. You know what I'm saying? We can really grow as a people, but we unwilling to give each other a chance. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to give each other a chance. We rather step on their toes and tell them, hey, I ain't doing nothing. If you want to move forward. But you on my toe. Bro, I'm not on your toe. I'm just standing close to you. I'm not on your toe. You don't want to goddamn progress with a nigga, man. I get it, bro. But hey, shout out to Team Crawford once again. It's Thursday. It's one more step closer to the big news being released. You know what I'm saying? Either way it goes, if you see an aerosexual, make sure you remind them of what happened last year and what's about to happen this year in 2024 with Crawford stepping in the ring and becoming a 4 Division world champion and going on his quest his war path. And look, I'm putting it out there. If there's any aerosexuals, listen to me. If there's any aerosexuals out there that want to create a militia or any type of fighting organizations to stop Crawford from getting active in the ring, please let me know so I can talk about how stupid you are again. I need content. Just let me know when y'all plan on protesting, where, and so I can help you all get the word out in the worst way possible. Okay? Until then, shout out to Team Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Turki Alalshikh. Make this happen. Shout out to the #1 prospect in the world. You already know who he is. The one and only, him, Jahad Tucker. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.